Matriculation ceremonies are organized by institutions of higher learning to formally get newly admitted students accepted to pursue courses and programs at various educational levels after meeting all necessary requirements. The 2023-2024 academic session marks the fourth edition of matriculation ceremony being organized by the Zamfara State University, Talata Mafara. The administering of the matriculation oath to the new students numbering 404 was sequel to their presentation by deans of their respective faculties, beginning with the Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, which has 33 matriculants, then Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences with 210 students, followed by 142 students admitted into the Faculty of Sciences, and finally those enrolled into the Faculty of Education, who were 19 in number, and all the new students are to undergo graduate degrees in different fields.
The first day to be invited to rise and call the student for matriculation is the Dean of Faculty of Art, Management and Social Science. Faculty of Basic Medical Science will come forward and invite the students for matriculation.
Sciences, please stand and raise standing.
Where are they?
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to present to you the matriculating students in the Faculty of Art, Management and Social Sciences who have successfully been admitted for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Arabic, Bachelor of Arts English Language, Bachelor of Arts History and International Studies, Bachelor of Arts Islamic Studies, Bachelor of Arts Science Accounting, Bachelor of Science Economics, and Bachelor of Science Mass Communication.
Students, please pay attention here. Please pay attention. Matriculating students from Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Science, please pay attention. When I say I, you mention your name. I do solemnly undertake and swear. Repeat after me. Do solemnly undertake and swear to observe and respect the provisions of the State University Calata. Law and statutes, ordinances and regulations,
Louder.
which are now in force, and which shall from time to time be brought into force.
Faculty of Basic Medical Science will come forward and invite the students for matriculation.
Students in the Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, please stand and remain standing. Vice Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to present to you the matriculating students in the Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences who have successfully been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nursing Science, Bachelor of Science, Human Nutrition and Dietetics, Bachelor of Science, Public Health, and Bachelor of Science, Physiotherapy.
Matriculating students from Faculty of Basic Medical Science, please repeat after me. I do solemnly undertake and swear to observe and respect the provisions of Zamfara State University, Kanakamaba, law and ordinances, law and statutes, ordinances and regulations, fully made thereunder, which are now in force, and which shall be brought, and which shall be from time to time be brought into force. By the virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this great university, I declare you all matriculated, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. The next is to invite the Dean Faculty of Education. Faculty of Education to come forward, please.
Matriculating, undergraduate students in the Faculty of Education, please rise and remain standing.
Faculty of Education.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to present to you the matriculating students in the Faculty of Education who have successfully been admitted for the degree of Bachelor of Education, Science, Biology, Bachelor of Education, Science, Chemistry, Bachelor of Education, Science in Physics, Bachelor of Education, Science, Mathematics, Bachelor of Education, Social Science, Economics, Bachelor of Education, Arts, Arabic, Bachelor of Education, Arts, Islamic Studies, Bachelor of Education, Arts, English, Bachelor of Education, Art, History, Bachelor of Education, Primary Education Studies, and Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education.
Please repeat after me. When I say I, mention your name. Do solemnly undertake and swear to observe and respect the provisions of the Zamfara State University, Kanakamaba, law and statutes, ordinances and regulations, fully made thereunder, which are now in force, and which shall, from time to time, be brought into force. By the virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this great university, I declare you all matriculated, and congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you, sir. Is the Dean Faculty of Studies. Please come forward to report on the students for matriculation.
Are you ready? Please repeat after me. When I say I do solemnly undertake and swear to observe and respect the provisions of the Zamfara State University, Kanakamaba, law and statutes, ordinances and regulations, fully made thereunder, which are now enforced, and which shall, from time to time, be brought into force. By the virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this great university, I now declare you all matriculated. Congratulations and best of luck.
The taking of the oath by the matriculants was followed by an address delivered by the university's Vice Chancellor, Professor Yahya Zakari, who took time to congratulate, educate, sensitize, admonish, and even warn the new students against immorality.
I congratulate you for your success in securing admission and registration process, which has added 404 new which has added 404 new students to our university today into various degree programs. By so doing, you are now privileged to join the returning students of this university. The summary of the new students are as follows. Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Science has 33 students. Faculty of Medical Sciences has 210 students. Faculty of Science has 142 students. And Faculty of Education has 19 students, a total of 404 students. I'm indeed very glad to inform you that our State University was established in 2018 and situated along the Sokoto Road to Latagofra in Zamsut State, which with the whole mandate of providing teaching, research and community service. However, I wish to begin by calling on you to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in whatever you do. You should also be good ambassadors of the communities where you come from. I again urge you to be disciplined and law-abiding throughout your stay in the university. Moreover, you should shun away from associating yourself with unwanted acts such as examination malpractice, occultism, drug abuse, improper dressing, etc. You should also be security conscious and be very vigilant wherever you find yourself. In order to fulfill our mandates of equal access to quality education in Nigeria, the Zamfara State in particular, our university uses modern and emerging technologies to impart knowledge to students. The university, through the efforts of the state government and other donor agencies such as State Fund, has invested greatly in providing teaching and learning equipment such as library and laboratory facilities, ICT facilities, which will enable you to have access to our online library resources. I wish to remind you that our country needs your resourcefulness to excel in the competitive world of today. It is my steadfast desire that you will acquire this university, appropriate knowledge and skills, as well as the requisite strength of character to navigate through the challenges of modern world. This will enable you to contribute meaningfully in the elevation of Nigeria to its deserved place of greatness in Africa and the world. Let me at this juncture invite you to inform you that our executive governor of the Zamfara State has recently visited State Fund, and as a result of that visit, the university was able, the State Fund has allocated special high impact intervention project to the tune of 4 billion naira to the university. This will go a long way in improving facilities of this university. I also want to inform you that we have decided to construct Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences with all equipment, furnishing, and all facilities with this amount of money. It's going to be instituted at the permanent site of this university. And we hope that within 1 year it will be completed and be handed over to you. Finally, I congratulate you once again, and I wish you the very best of luck in your stay in Matriculation. May Allah bless us all. May Allah bless you and bless your lives. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Registrar of the university also used the opportunity to give some words of advice to the matriculants.
Nigerian student, of the greatest Zamsut student. I want to say, I want to talk, I want to explain, I want to negotiate. Please 3% of our register.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي خلق الإنسان بنعمته وصوره في الأرحام بقوته وعلمه ما لم يكن يعلم. وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Considering the time that this program is supposed to start, but unfortunately it could not start at the stipulated time because of some issues beyond our control. We tender our apology for that. But now, inshallah, items on the agenda will be followed accordingly to see that we finish the program in good time. Thank you very much.
In order to give the new students proper orientation on the do's and don'ts of the university, the matriculation ceremony witnessed presentations by various scholars. The first was Professor Abdulatif Femi, who delivered a paper titled Ethics and Dress Code on Campus.
Director of Laws, Deans of Faculties, and the senior colleagues, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the matriculated students. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I've been asked to talk to you matriculation students, the new students, on the topic ethics and dress code, as well as life and conduct on campus. Now, if you do not want to graduate before the official time, I want you to open your ears very well and listen to what I'm going to tell you. Because degree in Nigerian universities are awarded to students that have been found worthy both in character and in learning. Character is the first thing. The second aspect is you will be found worthy in learning. Even after you must have graduated from Zamfara State University, and your conduct, your behavior outside the university is not good. If it's a behavior that will tarnish the image of Zamfara State University, that degree will be withdrawn from you. I hope it's clear. So I want you to listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you, so that your 4 or 5 years stay in this university will be worthwhile and it will not be wasted. I begin by telling us what we mean by ethics. In a broader sense, ethics reflects on human beings and their interaction with nature and with other humans, on freedom, on responsibility and justice. So here, when we talk of ethics in this university, it has to do with between what is good and what is bad, what is just and what is unjust. So here, we look at the way we interact with the nature that is the environment of this university. You also look at the way you interact with other human beings in the university. And these human beings are staff and students, your colleagues. The most lowest staff in the university is a cleaner. That cleaner must be respected the way you are going to respect your lecturers. I hope it's clear. Then again, you have relationship with your colleagues. There is a way you will be expected to behave to your colleagues within the university. Then, the other aspect is dress code. What do we mean by dress code? Dress code refers to an acceptable mode of dressing by students. If you like, call it dress policy. Some of you are in the habit of saying that, how can they regulate our dressing? Whether you like it or not, we must regulate your dressing. To the male students, listen carefully. We will not want a day see our students piercing their ears. Male students, you are not expected to pierce your ears. Then another thing male students are fond of doing is sagging, bringing down their trousers so that we see their dirty, old and worn-out boxer. Nobody wants to know the color of the boxer. I hope it's clear. And to our ladies, the female students, you see, you are our mothers, you are our wives, you are our sisters, and you are our confidants. There are some certain mode of dressing that is not acceptable on campus. Do you want me to mention some of them? There is spaghetti. We don't allow spaghetti. We don't allow vibration. We don't allow call back later. We don't allow boys follow me. We don't allow show me your back. We don't allow show me your chest. Now, some of these type of dresses, the way you are dressing. Look, the way you dress is the way that you are going to be addressed. I am not saying that all type of dresses, spaghetti, vibration, whatever, they are not good. They are good, but do not wear them on campus. All these type of dresses, I used to buy them for my wife. She will wear them in the house and I will admire her. If you wear them outside, you are going to be target of rape from your fellow student. I hope it's clear. We expect our students to dress decently. Now the other aspect is life and conduct of students on campus. How do you know how you are expected to behave on the campus? All the rules and regulations governing your stay in the university is contained in the student handbook. There are quite a number of associations that you are expected to belong to, and there are some certain associations you must never belong to. Number one is secret court. For now, we don't have any member of secret courts in this university. But today, you join secret court. Remember, one of your legs is outside Zamfara State University. The second leg will leave if you are caught. Some students, older students, they will tell you that, look, if you want to pass your exam in the university, you must belong to. By belonging to, they will tell you that you must be a member of secret court. One lie, it is a lie. You can only pass your exams in two ways. One, by praying to God, and secondly, by reading. By reading and through outward. These are the only two ways by which you can pass your exams. No any society, whether it is open, closed, or secret, that can make you to pass your exams. I hope it's clear. Now, all that is examination misconduct. I believe one of my colleagues will tell you about the conduct of the exam. there are rules governing the conduct of examination in this university. Now, while you are in the classrooms, you are expected to behave very well. In the hostels, you have to behave very well. In laboratory, if you destroy any property of the university, you will be made to pay. Now, for those of you who are lovers of football, if a player commits an offense on the football field, what happens? What will the referee do? Referee will give the player what? Yellow card. That yellow card means what? Now, in the university, if you break any of the offenses, the punishments are in 3 categories. The first one is warning. If you repeat it for the second time, you are out. After warning, the second one is rustication. You know this one, rustication, when you are in secondary school, they call it suspension. It is rustication in the university. While the third one is expulsion from the university. So you must at all times make sure that you live and conduct your activities on campus according to the rules and regulations of Zamfara State University that are contained in the student handbook. Do not say that you don't know the rules. If you don't know it, make sure you ask. I hope it's clear. I hope as we are all gathered here today to celebrate your admission to this university, after 4 or 5 years, we also come back to celebrate your graduation. And for you to be able to do that, make sure you live by the tenets of the university rules and regulations, so that you will not be warned, you will not be rusticated, and you will not be expelled from the university. I hope that is clear. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you the ability to conduct your stay in this university peacefully and in accordance with the rules and regulations that set up the Zamfara State University. If anything is not clear to you, talk to the Student Representative Council, meet your lecturers, talk to your HODs, the deans and other principal officers. So on this note, I would like to say once again, congratulations and welcome to Zamfara State University. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Kelly, for this wonderful presentation.
The Director Examinations of the University, Professor Aminu Yabubala, followed with a topic titled Guidelines on Conduct of Examinations in the University.
There is no written there. Even if you write the exam, you don't have basis for the complaint. No candidate will be allowed to enter examination hall if he or she is 30 minutes late, or he or she leave the examination room before 45 minutes of the commencement of the exam, or leave the examination room during the last 15 minutes of the examination. A candidates coming with bags or books shall deposit them outside the examination venue.
Please pay attention. This lecture is prepared for you, for your own benefit. That is the purpose of your being here. If you don't listen and concentrate on what your lecturer is trying to relate with you, and you don't get what is supposed to be said to you, there is no way for you to understand it. And once you don't get it from here, you are bound to...
Any candidate who arrives late to the exam shall not be allowed extra time. He will finish when the other students also finish the exam. A candidate shall comply with the 5 questions. The lecturer is at your mercy to answer to mark whichever one he wants. You are asked to answer 3 questions, answer 3. Do not write on the question paper, is also written. Most of the time students say they don't know. So don't write anything except on the instruction of the invigilator or invigilators. A candidate shall only use the answer booklet or other materials provided for that examination by the invigilators. Rough work shall be done inside the answer booklet and then later they are crossed out as rough work. No additional paper from outside will be entertained into the examination hall for rough work. Supplementary answer booklets, if they are required by students, are given and they are usually signed. Make sure anytime you need an extra booklet after filling the initial booklet given to you that it is signed. Once it is not signed, the invigilators will not accept. So it has to be signed. Under no circumstance shall a candidate write anything on the question paper except on the instruction of the invigilator. I have stated that. Where attention of the invigilator is needed, you are not allowed to talk. You just do so by simply raising your hand, just to call the attention of the invigilators. They will see it and they will respond to you. There should be no writing on the examination card and the question paper unless a student is asked to do so. We have had more than three cases of writing at the back of the exam card. Some wrote formula, some, I think one French course, he wrote some inscription on French. We called the French teacher, he said, and these are answers to the question they are asked. And so the student is expelled. So I don't know, it's not an excuse. Nursing mothers are not allowed to write examination with their babies inside the hall. So they come with people from home and they leave the baby outside to nurse the baby. Female students wearing face covering must remove the face covering to be identified because your ID card is there. Okay, you have arrived at the examination hall, your face is covered. So how do we know you are the one on the ID card? So you need to remove it and identify yourself. Once a student is accused of any examination misconduct, he or she shall be requested to write a statement. Refusal to write the statement attract 2 semester or contact session punishment. So once you are accused, you write the statement and you'll be invited. 3 times you are invited, you refuse, you are dismissed from the university. A student shall not take into the examination hall or have in his possession pre-programmed electronic devices, books, paper, or any form of printed or written material or audio recording where relevant to the examination or not, as may be stated in the question paper or as he may be specifically authorized to do so as punishment. Any student caught with material described in 3 above and which materials or material are relevant and capable of giving him undue advantage on the examination being conducted shall be liable to expulsion. A student caught with material described in Regulation 3 that we have said, books, pre-programmed electronic devices or any form of writing, but not relevant to the examination being conducted, shall have that examination particular paper will be cancelled for his behavior, provided that the conclusion that such material is not capable of giving the student undue advantage, except where telephone or handset is used for the purpose and in manner described for the exam. Possession of telephone or handset and other unapproved electronic devices during examination is totally prohibited. Any student caught with such devices in the course of examination shall be rusticated for 1 semester. Any attempt to suppress, destroy, mutilate any evidence of misconduct against a student, including chewing or swallowing or burning or cancelling of the written material or question paper answers etc. by any student is considered to be as grave misconduct and shall attract rustication for at least 2 semesters. Students depositing any handbags or briefcase outside the examination hall are doing so at their own risk. The invigilator shall ensure that the regulation is complied with, and any student who fails or refuses to leave his or her handbag outside the examination hall shall not be allowed into the examination room. A student shall comply with all lawful instructions given by the invigilators and other officers of the university charged with the responsibility of conducting examination. Refusal to comply with any instruction shall attract rustication for 1 semester. Any student found during an examination with an unsigned or unstamped examination card, meaning it is forged, or with an examination card signed and stamped by unauthorized person, shall have that paper cancelled. A student found sitting for a particular examination without ID card or examination card or any other document considered as a requirement for writing such examination shall have that examination paper cancelled. Any student found sitting or to have sat for a particular examination in any course not registered by that student, he didn't register that course, shall attract a minimum of rustication for 2 semesters. A student shall sign the attendance list, register at the commencement of the examination and at the end while submitting his answer script. Failure or refusal to sign the attendance register shall attract cancellation of that particular examination. A student shall use only the booklet provided by the invigilator. All rough work must be crossed out neatly. Any student found in possession of any booklet other than that issued by the invigilator shall have that particular paper cancelled. Under no circumstance shall a student write anything on the question paper or any other material unless authorized to do so. All rough work shall be done on the answer booklet. Contravention of this regulation, conclusive proof of which shall be the question paper of the candidate in question paper shall attract rustication for a semester. Until students are allowed to leave the examination room, no copy of any question paper shall be removed from the examination room. Any student who removes any question paper from the examination room before the time candidates are allowed to leave the examination room shall be liable to rustication for 1 semester. A student shall not remove or mutilate answer booklet or any other material or paper supplied, whether used or unused, except that he may remove from the examination hall or room at the end of the examination the question paper if this is not required by the invigilation. Any such or any other such items, if the removal or mutilation relates to answer booklet, the student shall be liable to restitution for 2 semesters. In the event that a student for good cause has to leave the examination hall temporarily, he or she shall be accompanied by an invigilator or a security personnel on duty for that exam. A student who sits for another student or partakes in any series of events in furtherance of having other person to sit for another or exchange answer script with another student during the examination conducted by the university shall be expelled immediately from the university. The 2 of them, the one that the paper is sitting for and the one that sat, all the 2 of them the university immediately. Any student who gives or accepts any assistance whatsoever from other candidate or person within or outside the examination hall shall be rusticated for 1 semester. Any student who smokes inside the examination hall shall be rusticated for a semester. At the end of the time allotted for an examination, a student shall gather his booklet neatly and shall hand it over to the invigilator. A student is responsible for the proper return of his or her booklet. Talking to any other student in the course of the examination without permission of the invigilator shall attract rustication. So we need to be careful. Any offer, gift, or promise, including inducement of any sort, threat or blackmail to an invigilator or to any lecturer of the university or to examination officer or any officer of the university concerned with an examination, either before, during, or after the examination, shall attract restitution for 2 semesters for that person that induced or threat. Any student found to have breached or committed any of the misconduct listed below shall be liable to investigation for at least 2 semesters. Number 1, substitution or alteration of any answer booklet by any means after it has been submitted to the invigilator at the end of the examination. Breaking into the house, office, or any other room of examiner, lecturer, or invigilator, or any other officer having anything to do with the examination in the university, obtaining, procuring, or processing by any means a preview of question paper intended for any examination being conducted before its due date is a notification. A Impersonation in the course of any examination conducted by any institution or official examination bodies by a student of this university. Is a student in this university, he went to write label for another student, once called the university. Any other misconduct related to examination conducted by the university, which the Vice Chancellor may from time to time consider as misconduct, shall attract prosecution. In conclusion, since education is the bedrock of every society in Nigeria and many other places elsewhere, examination is the only yardstick to assess the level of education in this country. Any factor or vice that tarnishes the conduct of examination must be fought with to stand still by all stakeholders. Like any other university, Zamsut has posed to ensure quality education by imposing sound rules and regulations to govern the conduct of examination. I therefore welcome you to this great university and wish you wonderful stay in the university and success in all your endeavors.
The librarian of the Usman Danfodio University Sokoto, Dr. Ali Fakandu, ended the orientation session with his paper titled Accessing Library Books and Facilities in the University.
Today I want to talk about the access to information resources and services in the university library. In a higher institution, you're going to see one, and that is the university library. The university library is an academic library responsible for the provision of information resources and services. This information resources and services is based on the mission, vision, and objectives of the university library. The university library performs the function of systematically acquire information resources, select, organize, preserve, repackage, and even conserve these information resources for your own information needs and for reference purpose. Now, who are the users of this university library? Number one is you students, and that is why it's very important for you. You are here to use the university library. You have to patronize the university library because the university library is the heart of the university. You are here to read academically and to ensure that you excel. And the university library should be your friend. Time to time, ensure that you have even a permanent seat in the university library. Now the students are the first users, then academic staff, the supporting staff. We equally have the researchers as well as can use the university library and the university community at large. Now the university holdings include thousands of books. These books will be fictions or non-fiction books. It will be electronic books. We also have periodicals such as journals, such as newspapers. You can have access to all these resources. We also have resources like books, reference materials such as dictionary, encyclopedia, directories, garden states, maps, atlases, and the rest. The university library has sections and units. We used to have what we call circulation or the reader services, the reference services, the serial services, the digitalization, Arabic sections, and even the ICT section. Now for you to have access to these information resources as a student, you need to register with the library. And once you register with the library, the following requirement is needed. One, your admission letter and other necessary payments for the university before you can register in the library. And once you register, you'll be issued an ID card, a borrower's ticket. This ticket is for you to have access to borrow the numbers of books based on the ticket. If you have been given 4 tickets, then you are eligible to have 4 tickets, 4 books. Take it home, read it, and you return it when due. If you have been given 2 weeks, ensure you return it before or on that 2 weeks mature date. Otherwise, there is a fine attached to it. Now, these are some of the resources you can have access to in the university library: the books, the periodicals, government publications, reference sources, manuscript, atlases, pamphlets, and even clippings, where you get current information. You can also have access to audio materials. We have audio materials that contain information. We have visual, and we also have the audio-visual materials. Now, the services available in the university library. We have the reference services. Any question you ask in the library, the moment you step into the library, you start asking questions, you are receiving a reference services. And the reader services, which is popularly known, where you have an open space where you read. It is also the reader services where you register as a university library user. It is also the reader services where you borrow books and you return the books. It is called charging and discharging. We equally have reprographic services. These reprographic services are services that have to do with photocopy, scanning, yes, downloading, printing. This services is also available in the library. We also have ICT-based services where you can have access to electronic books, journals, and other information resources using internet services. We have current awareness services. These current awareness services has to do with when books arrive. When books have arrived, the library staff ensure that they have what we call a bibliographic list of these materials and make it available for you, informing you that these current materials are available. Then we also have document delivery services. For those of you who don't want to stay in the library to read, you can request for information resources, and it will be delivered to you through email or even traditional way, that is physical delivery of documents. We have literature search. Yeah, some of you come to the library and maybe you have assignments, you want to update your notes, and you don't know how to go about it. When you meet the librarians, they will guide you properly on how to search for literature. And what we mean by literature are documents that will assist you in reading, in updating your note, and as well as doing your assignment. Then we have the OPAC. The OPAC, that is the Online Public Access Catalog. Yes, these days the library go virtual, and most of the university library access their resources using what we call the online catalog. So the online catalog is easier, it saves time. It is an electronic format whereby you use a system, type the name of the author or the subject, and it appears. Get the code number or the access number, you go to the shelf, and now you access your books or any information resource, rather than the traditional method where you go to the catalog tray, retrieve the tray based on alphabetical arrangement, and look at, select your information before you go. The university library also have what we call the e-library with internet. It will also help you as a student. And the university also subscribe. They subscribe on databases. So when you have available database, the e-library ensure that you have access to this electronic information, and it is meant for you because you pay your school fees. As such, the services is made for you to also enjoy. After using the library, we are expected to see that you exhibit what we call a good conduct. Yes, and eventually if you fail to obey the rules and the regulation guiding the library, you also find yourself in this. Number one, we have library charges. If you borrow a book and you refuse to return it before the due date, and every day attracts a fine. Yes, so when you want to go out with library books, it is totally unaccepted. If you read the books in the library, drop it on the shelf. Drop it on the table. Don't even take it to the shelf. You have staffs who can take care of it. They are good in managing the books. Equally, if you want to print materials in the library, you have to pay. The charges is for you. You want to download, you need to pay. But we have a subsidized price for students, rather than going outside. The essence is for you to have a conducive atmosphere in the library. Some people will say, I don't have money to print, and that's why I steal a book. That is not an excuse. We have a photocopier there, and the library staff can also assist you to have even your soft copy go home with it. Now, these are some of the rules and regulations in the library. No noise making. Students, when you enter the library is just like a graveyard. You remain silent and read. Number 2, avoid eating and drinking. You don't go to the library with food because you destroy the information resources. Taking food will attract termites, insects, and what have you. Phone calls. For those of you who are so attached with your phones, please, when you go to the library, ensure you put it silent and avoid making phone calls in the library. Charging of phones. We don't have facilities in the library where every student will come and charge his phone. Sometimes it will cause disaster. We have seen a situation where somebody is charging a phone and it's stuck. And you can imagine when we have physical printed materials like books and what have you. So to avoid that, we don't allow students to charge phones. Reservation of seats. Students are fond of doing that. Please, it's very, very wrong. Don't keep seat for anyone in the library. When you go to the library, you sit, you read, you go. If you are tired, you want to go and rest, you go and rest and come back. You have ample time. Okay? Don't keep seat for your friends. Yeah, it is form of what we call corruption. Sleeping. Don't sleep in the library. Once you read and you're tired, go to your hostel and relax. You can't teach nature. Okay? You read, if somebody can read 10 times, and you can read only 10 hours, and you can read just 30 minutes. Utilize that 30 minutes and read. So theft, or attempt to theft of any library material is a very great offense. Some of you will carry library books and on your way out, you are being intercepted. You say it's a mistake. There is no such situation will not be accepted. So you are warned. Lastly, the university library is your friend. Ensure that you utilize it. It's made for you. Even the staff, the academic and non-academic staff are also encouraged to send their students to the library for reference purpose. You can refer them with books and journals so that they can access. Ensure that they are well guided and they utilize the university library materials and services. So once again, the university library congratulates you as you are matriculated into this prestigious university. We wish you prosperous academic section. Thank you and God bless you.
For this wonderful presentation. In fact, Dr. has virtually also covered all in relation to what you're supposed to know about utilization of the library. And the observance of regulations is very necessary because in library we want conducive environment. It is only when there is conducive environment that learning will be possible in the library. So please adhere to all those rules and regulations when using the library. And one annoying thing I noticed is that some students, they don't want to go and patronize the library. They are ready enough in such a way that they conduct their researches online. You know, in the online world, you have to be careful about the utilization of the resources there. But in the library, the resources were required by academics for your usage. So please do patronize the library. It's meant for you. Huge resources are expanded for the procurement of books and other things in the library. If you don't go to the library, it's like the effort by the university management is futility. So thank you very much, Doctor. what I would suggest is that if we can make part of these regulations available for the use in the library, it will be quite amazing. Maybe doctors should look into the possibility of that, to extract part of the regulations for the integration of the student in the library of the. So I don't know from the part of the student, if there are any question you want to ask in relation to the doctor's presentation. I wonder why this year's matriculation students are not vibrant. I could recall in the previous years, students used to ask questions. Asking questions will mean to us that you people understand what the presentation is all about. So we encourage you to ask questions because you may not see them around again after this matriculation ceremony. So is there any question, comment or observation that you want to raise in relation to what the doctor has just presented? Any question? Even the SRC, but we are all dormant. I don't know why. Okay. Your name and department and the question you want.
Good afternoon, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, the Deputy Registrar, and all the dignitaries present. My name is Arashia Messi from English Department 400 level. From the exams department, when the exam officer was reading, there are some offenses from students and the repercussion. So, was it last semester, we had a case of a student who was caught with a phone. The phone was not on, but the person was expelled. So we want to be cleared. The phone was switched off, he was not making use of the phone. Is that offense for expulsion or for rustication? That's what I want to get.
You see, that is why we came here to state the rules and regulations. Don't come with your handset. Coming with the handset to the hall alone, even if, whether you use or unused, it's an offense and it has punishment. Now, in the case you mentioned that the student came in that the phone was switched off. The phone was switched on and he confessed. We have the report. He was caught vividly browsing, Googling answers from the phone in the Google. And the answers were there when we immediately, the invigilator saw him, he put it off. And that's why you think it's off. But when we went further into the investigation, we found out that it was on. And the last page we visited was Google of the answer of one of the questions. We even went ahead to call the teacher that taught the course to really know whether that content is really, as we have stated here, whether it's relevant to the, because most of them will tell you that yesterday or early in the morning it was what they were reading and why did you bring it in? That is why we are taking this time to tell you, so-so offense, so-so punishment. I don't know will never be an excuse. So at the end, we asked the student, what is it you want to tell the university manager? And he said they want to tender punishment with less. So he has to be expelled because we have already stated the rules. Even right now, even today, we are going to sit on a case on this same answer. In fact, this one has gone further, not even Googling, even it was even AI. Of the question, or one of the receipt question we are going to see today. Because the student, there is disagreement between the invigilator and the student. The student said she read before coming in and she wasn't using. But if really you were not using, how did the invigilator got you with the phone? If I said, I don't know what is in your pocket as you are sitting. Come in with the phone, we said don't come in with it first. But if you come in with it and it's in your pocket, no, it's there. But once you are caught with it outside, then punishment must come on you, either cancellation of the paper, either rustication, or if you are browsing relevant material, expulsion. Thank you.
I have by name Muhammad Musa from Department of Physics 400 level. My question here is to our Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Examiner, Director, ICT in general. Students of the university 200 level 300 level and also 400 level students, basically have been complaining about the results. And up till date, the result complaints have not been rectified yet, and our exam here is next week. We don't know, let me say, how the students that have been complaining of their missing results will do when they come to write another exam or when they want to graduate out of the university.
Speak in asking your question only in relation to the papers presented.
In relation to missing results. Now, you see, missing results can be from previous sessions or from this session. I don't think we have much cases of missing results in the previous sessions. So the ICT is just a baby department that is being created to ease the registration and activities of students. It is now the director ICT that the website is being designed, and the courses from 2018-19, 2021, 22-23 are being loaded. Now for the current session that you are complaining there are missing results, I think we have asked the HODs and the exam officers, since there are problems in the upload, the lecturer submitted most of the results with wrong, and it is your fault. Some of the students, you write wrong admission numbers. The ICT director may not know, you just upload. And once your admission number is wrong, you will not see your result. So we have asked the HODs to print the result and make them available to you so that you can see. We now shorten that bridge of uploading. Later, before the end of the semester, all the results will be uploaded. So I think that's the advice we give. The ICT, you have to bear with us, it's just coming up. It is now that it's being developed. You see, some universities up to graduation, they are doing manual. So the university has tried at 300 level, they have already developed ICT and it's still in progress. So thank you.
I'm going to make applies to all the students from 100 up to 400 level. We have a committee set up by the university, Verification of Student Credentials Committee. I am the chairman of that committee. When you are coming back to resume for the second semester, make sure you come back with all your original results, all the originals. If it is WAEC results you've used to gain admission, make sure you come with your WAEC certificate, NECO certificate, NAPTEP certificate. We will go through your results to ensure that you have the requirement, the 5 credits, and that your certificate results are original. I heard them. When you resume for the second semester, we are not going to listen to any story. If you don't come before the committee to present your results, 2 of your legs are what? Thank you.
The matriculants, who were full of excitement for witnessing their matriculation ceremony, shared their feelings and thoughts.
So, the SRC, if you are ready, the chairman, it is your turn for you to come and deliver your speech. You are welcome to the people for your important.
Our dear distinguished and most important, incredible underlevel student of the great institutions of State University, on behalf of the entire student body, I extend a warm welcome to you all. Before I go further into my stations, I would like to use the great opportunity to thank and appreciate our admirable, gentle, and kind, responsible, hardworking vice chancellors and his management teams of Zamfara State University, who have always been committed to success of every staff and students, and continue to take an personal interest in the academic behaviors and social developments. I also like to recommend the effort of the State Governor under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, and His Zamfara State Ministry of Education for their support and contribution to our institutions. In terms of fiscal infrastructure interventions and etiquettes, with much gratitude, we the Zamfara State students salute you all. I want to use this special day as the Chairman Student Representative Council of Zamfara State University to advise and to desist from any forms of examination malpractice, sexual harassment, fight and drug abuse. It is higher offense here in Zamfara State as our staff and management have zero tolerance for any of these acts. As part of our achievement in our leadership as a Student Representative Council in the first state, we have successfully achieved the following: liaison with the school management for creation and approval of student local associations such as faculty association, departmental association, and state association to enable our students engage in student relations to prepare them as the future leaders. Provision of the university press unit to bridge the gap of communication barriers between the student and the representative as well as students with their management at large. Organizing the university interdepartmental sport competition low as physical to enable our students participate and engage in traditional and other circular activities. Protection of lightmates in this journey, one for the books, congratulations one against, and here to feature field knowledge, growth, and endless possibility. Thank you for listening. Long life for Zamsut, long life for the first day, long life for Nigerian life.
Of the greatest Zamsut student, of the greatest Zamsut student, I want to say, I want to yarn, I want to sorrow, I want to eat magana, I want to shiru. Please three boss out to our SRC chairman. American boss out for our SRC chairman. Boss amen, boss amen, boss amen. Thank you so much.
The event also witnessed presentation of cultural dance by the new students.
Thank you.